Yog Vasisht. Vasistha continued, I shall now declare to you the creation and its secret. For it is only as long as one invests the perceived object with reality that bondage lasts. Once that notion goes, with it goes bondage. Here in this creation, only that which is created grows, decays, and then goes either to heaven or to hell, and it gets liberated. During the cosmic dissolution of an entire objective creation is resolved into the infinite being which is variously designated as Atma, Brahman, Truth, by the wise to facilitate communication and dialogue. This same infinite same conceives within itself the duality of oneself and the other. Hence, mind arises as a wave arises when the surface of the calm ocean is disturbed. But please bear in mind that just as a bracelet of gold is but gold, and though gold exists without being a bracelet, bracelet does not exist without gold or other metal. The qualities and the nature of the created and the potentially of creation are inherent in the creator. The mind is non-different from the infinite self. Even as the mirage appears to be a very real river of water, this creation appears to be entirely real. And as long as one clings to the notion of the reality of you and I, there is no liberation. Not by merely and verbally denying such a notion of existence is it obliterated. On the contrary, such denial itself becomes a further distraction. Rama, if the creation is in fact real, then there is no possibility of its cessation, for it is an immutable law that the unreal has no real existence, and the real does not cease to be. Austerity, meditation, and other such practices can therefore not cause cessation or enlightenment. As long as the notion of creation lasts, even the contemplation in which there is no movement of thought, nirvikalpa samadhi, is not possible. Even if it were possible, the moment one returns from such contemplation, the creation with its sorrow arises in the mind. Movement of thought creates the notion of created objects. Even as the essence exists in all the things, as oil exists in sesame seeds, as aroma exists in flowers, the faculty of objective perception exists in the perceiver. Even as the dream objects are experienced only by the dreamer, the objects of perception are experienced by the perceiver. Just as from a seed the sprout arises in due time, this potentially becomes manifest as a notion of creation. Vasistha continued, in the Creator there is neither seer nor an object of perception, yet he is known as self-created. He shines in cosmic consciousness as a painting in the mind of an artist. In the Creator there is no memory of the past, since he had no previous karma. He does not even have a physical body. The unborn is of spiritual substance. Mortal beings have two bodies, as it were, one physical and the other spiritual. But the unborn Creator has only the spiritual, since the cause that gives rise to physical does not exist in him. He was not created, but he is the creator of all beings. Surely the created is the same substance as that of which it was created. The Creator's thought being the cause of this manifold creation, and the Creator himself having no physical body, the creation, too, is truly of the nature of thought without materiality. A throbbing arose in the Creator, whose thought had spread out as a universe. This throb brought into being the subtle body of all beings. Made only of thought, all these beings only appeared to be, though they felt that that appearance was real. However, this appearance, thus imagined to be real, produced realistic results or consequences, even as sexual enjoyment in a dream does. Similarly, even the Creator, though he has no body, appears to have a body. The Creator is also of a dual nature, consciousness and thought. Consciousness is pure, thought is subject to confusion. Hence he appears to become into being, though he does not arise. He is the intelligence that supports the entire universe, and every thought that arises in that intelligence gives rise to a form. Though all these forms are of nature of pure intelligence, on account of self-regretfulness, forgetfulness of this, and of the thought of physical forms, they freeze into physical forms. Even as goblins, though formless, are seen to have forms on account of the perceiver's delusion. The Creator is in the mind. Mind or pure intelligence is his body, though thought is incoherent in the mind. The object of creation and perception is inherent in the perceiver. Who has ever discovered a distinction between the two? Valmiki said, "At this stage the sun sped towards the western hills as if eager to meditate upon the sage's words and to illumine other parts of the earth. The assembly dispersed for prayers. The next morning all the members of the court reassembled as before. We will see it tomorrow. Jai Gurudev."